The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericaempowerment.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Dr. MaryOz's Radical Change Now radio program. Today you will learn how to combine healing and the law of attraction to better your own life in mere weeks. Join us on our journey, which starts right now. Here's your host, Dr. MaryOz.
Welcome back to Radical Change Now. And I'm always excited to do our radio show on Wednesdays, but I'm super excited today because we have a very special guest. If you love what you do, but you hate the sales part, you'll profit from our guest today. Lisa Sasevich is called many things: the queen of sales conversion, the creator of the Invisible Close training program, an Inc. 500 fastest growing privately held company 2 years in a row, and a seller of $30 million of her own products and services from home with 2 toddlers in tow. I call Lisa an industry genius. She teaches heart-centered entrepreneurs how to sell without being pushy or salesy. She's a master at creating simple structures that can bring you huge profits fast. Lisa's training has helped me recently in the last 6 months, first of all by delivering my first 5-figure talk to a room of less than 50 buyers. And from that talk, I was able to yield my first $12,000 in sales in less than 60 minutes. I call that pretty cool, and I call that results-oriented. And more recently, working one-on-one very closely with Lisa, I just celebrated my first $40,000 month in sales. That's just in 1 month, with a combined income of $52,000, which came from giving one specific talk, which Lisa calls a signature talk. You'll love and profit from her message today. It's titled Boost Sales Using Irresistible Offers. So welcome, Lisa.
Thank you so much. And wow, just hearing it so succinctly like that, everything you've accomplished, I will tell you what it translates to me. I mean, clearly that's a lot of money, right? But what it translates to me is your amazing work, touching so many people, and you finally getting to do the deeper work with the people that, really stepped up with you. So that just makes my heart sing, and that is really why I do what I do. Kind of on the outside, we look like a sales training company, but on the inside, we're smuggling transformation.
Yeah, that's true. It feels so good to be clear on my message and not only know that I'm clear on my message and I have different ways to deliver it, but to deliver it in a succinct way called a signature talk with a system behind it. And, it's just the value of that is so powerful.
Well, so many of the people that we've been honored to help over the years, and, as you shared, we have clients now in 134 countries, and who we've been able to help, just thousands of people. They're like you and I. They're heart-centered. They're mission-driven. We chose to do what we do because we woke up one day and said, I want to make a difference every day. I'm tired of living a double life where I do one thing for money from 9 to 5, and then, I'm doing all these things to make life meaningful and to make a difference on the nights and weekends. And I know for myself, when I hit that day, in my 30s, I just became really focused on finding a reality, just knowing that there is a way that you can combine doing what you love and making the difference you were meant to make with being able to be paid handsomely with it. And the neat thing, just the cool thing about it is you feel more integrated. Life feels more meaningful. And the more money you make, just like a lot like what you just shared, the more money you make, you feel good about it because it's representing a difference that you're making. So it creates this upward spiral effect in your life and how you feel. And, I believe when we lay our head down at the end of it all, that we're going to look back and say, I was, but like is it Marianne Williamson? I was thoroughly used up. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die. I can't remember if I'm crediting the right person there, but, I think it's a beautiful way to live. So thank you for, not everybody's willing to be so open and so vulnerable about their past as you are. And I think that for everybody listening, it's such a gift because it's really what we want to know. We want to hear the case study. We want to not just know, the big accolades and the credibility, but what did it take to get there? Who were your mentors? Where did you invest your time, your energy, your money? So you're really, just such a beautiful gift that you're willing to share your path as it's unfolding. And I think it's one of the reasons that so many people love your show.
Oh, I thank you. I appreciate that. And, it's fun doing it. It's so exciting to really know your passion. And, again, in your books and in your material, you talk about not only getting paid well for what you do, but for what you're good at, right? What an important message, right? And it's almost
like, one of the things that people are most shocked to learn when they start doing our work is that, and I want you guys to really take note of this one, okay? I want to highlight it. If this were in a book, I would put it in one of those call-outs in a little square, is that you really can be paid the most for the thing that is most easy to you, the thing that is natural to you, the stuff that it's like it eludes other people. In fact, it eludes other people, but for you, you love it. And that's the area where I know for me personally, like after we get off the phone, after we get off the show today, I have a VIP client, flying in from out of town. He and his wife will be here doing a really, a high-value day with me, really honing in what we call his sales conversion machine. How can he serve more and sell more to the people that he is talking to? And when I sit and I do these days, I mean, they're one of the biggest profit centers for my business. No secret, right? They're 5-figure investment. And I sit there every time when the person leaves. I think, did I really just get paid, $20,000 plus for that? Right. Because it felt like the easiest work that I do, the most pleasurable work that I do. I'm hanging out with two really cool people. We're, setting their life on fire with the plan that they'll have when they leave and the structures that they'll have. And every single person here listening, you have something to offer, whether you already kind of, have uncovered it and it's branded and beautiful and it has a name, or whether you just have an inkling. Right now, it could be just sort of a gnawing inside. It could be just this feeling that keeps bubbling up that you were meant for more. And, you could be anywhere in that range. And I just want to be here today. If I said only one thing, it would be that it's worth uncovering. It's worth really figuring out what is my offer, and then how can I make it irresistible? How can I package it and price it and speak about it in a way that's irresistible? And that's really what Dr. Mary did, getting on that stage with less than 50 people, using our structures to make her offer irresistible. And, was walked out of there with $12,000 of new clients and people she gets to help. And when people have paid you like that, they value what they get, so they get more results. So it's a win-win-win. It's not like the old sales models where, there's sort of like an overcoming of objections, right? All the words from the old models make it imply that there's a winner and a loser. But with what you're doing and, what you've allowed, us to train you in, it's a win-win-win, just all the way around, that just keeps going.
So, talking about the irresistible offer, that was a piece that was so helpful to me because for years I was trying to bring my counseling experience to the world and my coaching experience in the world to hit more people, right? Instead of working one-on-one or groups, how do I get out to massive people? And I don't have a business background and I don't have a sales background. And a lot of social workers aren't strong in that area. So when you taught me about the irresistible offer, it really was like the light bulb went off. It's like, yeah, I have all this stuff to offer, but am I clear on my offer? And what I love about your program is like you really take us by the hand and you have a complete system and a complete training program, and you don't leave any I undotted or T uncrossed, and you really teach us everything we need to know to do what you've done, but model it in our own way.
Thank you. Well, that's our intention. We want to help people who, whether you're already established or you're starting up, to get profitable fast so that you can keep making the difference that you started for. Right. Unfortunately, so many people are bumping into experts that are teaching them how to build like a long funnel and start with, low-end offerings. And, there's this theory out there that like, okay, I'll kind of give it all away very low, low end, and then, I'll get known. And then once I get known, then I'll come out, and really show people that I have this big value. And, for me, that just never made sense. It always felt like, kind of like if someone came into the market, a store came into the market and said, okay, I'm going to open my doors as Walmart, and then once I really attract a crowd, I will show them that I'm actually Bloomingdale's. And it doesn't work that way, right? If you're known as Walmart, Walmart's great, we buy a lot of things there, but not what I do at Bloomingdale's, right? Not what I do at Nordstrom. So, my goal is to get people, really claiming their value, able to say what you do in a way that your ideal client really gets it, and then crafting an offer that's irresistible to them so that you can take them in at the highest level of investment that they are willing to go. And it seems to work whether someone's just new out of the chute, like you said, most of our clients don't have a business background, so if you're listening and you're more of the creative, right, the thing that will set you free is plugging into a structure. It's just that you get to choose the structure, right? And when we were in our corporate days, we were given, here's the structure, it's 9 to 5, you dress like this, here's how it's done. So, we throw that off. We take off the pantyhose and get rid of the necktie. But if we don't put a new structure in, we can really flounder and feel like we're working really hard, but we're not getting anywhere, right? Or we're doing all this stuff to get out there, we're networking, but at the end of the day, we're still feeling like a best-kept secret. So, I'm excited today to talk more about what an irresistible offer is. And, I want everybody to know that I'll share as much as I can in the time we have together today. And, you'll definitely get some actionable things that you can use right away to consider your own offer and make it more irresistible. And then there's all the things I won't be able to say, right, because there's so much to learn about making offers irresistible. So Dr. Mary and I kind of got together this time and said, well, what could we give to you that you could use almost like your accelerator right after we get off of the show. And so I kind of wanted to say it up front in case you want to grab this and be taking notes on it, that we've prepared a gift. It's a blueprint for how to put your irresistible offer together. It has a download where you can fill in the blanks, and it also has a masterclass that you can watch that goes with it, about a 90-minute training. So, just if you want to download this at any time while we're talking, it's the only excuse to multitask. You can go to boostsaletoday.com/Dr. Mary, and you can get my irresistible offer blueprint as a gift today, just so you can kind of explore what would your offer look like. How could you start to step into some of the kind of results that Dr. MaryOz is sharing here with you. So it's boostsaletoday.com/Dr. Mary, and that will get you our irresistible offer blueprint as a gift. So everything we're saying today is really going to, support you being able to start in on your own offer. So I figured it would just be a perfect gift for today.
Well, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for offering our audience that gift today. And, I took some time this morning to take a peek at it. And I think when I joined you, there might have been a different gift or somehow I came in a different entry. So that was the first time I've actually seen the Irresistible Offer Blueprint.
It's brand new. It's I'm
okay.
just excited to get it on the table in case there's anyone listening that can't stay for the whole time. I hope you do because I've got so much more for you. But it's sort of everything I won't have time to say, and the notes from our conversation today, really.
But very powerful. I took a look at it, and it's a very powerful blueprint. So we have one quick question before we take our first break. Okay. So you're often referred to as the queen of sales conversion. Can you tell us what a sales conversion is and why it matters?
Absolutely. So, sales conversion is the same as if you've ever heard the word closing ratio. So what it means is that, if you're out there and you're making an offer, whether maybe you're coaching or you're a service professional of any kind, maybe you're in health and wellness or the relationship space or teaching people how to make money. There's so many different things we all do. If you talked to 10 prospective clients and 2 became clients, they went from prospect to paying client, then that would be 2 out of 10, so a 20% closing ratio or sales conversion. So my work is about what if when you talk to those 10, you're still putting your pants on one leg at a time, you've got to do your hair either way, right? Like you're doing all the same activities, there's no extra expense or time, but what if you were a little more strategic and you really thought about what would make the offer irresistible to those 10 people, and you use some of the things we'll talk about today and that are in the Irresistible Offer Blueprint, and instead of 2 out of 10, what if 6 out of the 10 were able to say yes to working with you? Now you've just went from 20% to 60% closing ratio. You've tripled your business. In many cases, your rates have even gone up because you're more confident about your offer. So this is why I'm the queen of sales conversion. It's the piece I care about, because if we can have you being more effective and getting more on the spot yeses without any extra time or expense, that just changes the game for everyone. And again, you get to make big money doing something that you love. So that's the entry point, and that's my piece of the puzzle when it comes to business, is helping you build what we call your sales conversion machine.
Awesome. And it really does become a game changer.
Yeah, it really is. If there's one thing to focus on, it's not getting another certification or more letters after your name. You want to just say, okay, I own it. I am where I am with my expertise. Now it's time to learn how to monetize it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, for me, that's one of the things that I feel relieved about. I was in the internet marketing business before I came to you, and I've had different people guide me in different directions. And for some people, it might be easy to get that sales conversion machine going. And for other people, especially if you're not technologically inclined, it could be a really big challenge. So one of the things I'm super excited about is working so closely with you. I feel like I'm on that final step, the final few steps of really getting out there with my message and getting that sales conversion machine ready to go. And, I think it's just a matter of another 30, 45 days, and we're going to be seeing that working really well.
Yeah, well, I don't know a lot of people that can tout, $40,000, $50,000 a month. So I know you've had a breakthrough already. And now, the next step is just making it consistent.
Yes, totally agree. So we're going to take our first commercial break, and don't forget to check out Lisa's gift at boostsaletoday.com/Dr. Mary. And you can check that out now, or you can check that out after the show, whatever you prefer. But be sure to come back after our commercial, because Lisa is going to be sharing a lot more powerful information with us about irresistible offers and a lot of other information you'll not want to miss out on. See you in a few.
Find out what makes the most successful people tick. Keep listening to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
Dr. MaryOz's Radical Change Coaching Program will help you set a healing foundation in your life and teach you how to manifest more of what you want. Are you ready to get the results and radical change you have been longing for too long? Very often, our clients tell us that this is the most powerful coaching they have ever received. Come join us and start living life with more results, more love, more wealth, health, and peace, as well as inspiration. For more information, call Coach Sam at 1-833-447-CHANGE. Need help deciding if our Radical Change coaching program is right for you? Apply for a free strategy session with one of our coaches. Be prepared to dive deep and identify the areas in life in which you need healing and transformation. Together, we will clarify how to close the gap from where you are to where you want to be and discover what's possible now. How would it feel to get big changes in less than 30 days for you, your loved ones, and your business? Apply now by calling Coach Sam at 1-833-447-CHANGE or visit us at radicalchangenow.com.
If you think you've seen online TV before, let us surprise you.
VoiceAmerica.tv is online now.
The leader in live Internet talk radio has done it again. Multiple channels, a state-of-the-art viewing experience, live and on-demand programs streaming 24 hours a day. It's exactly what you want, when you want it.
VoiceAmerica.tv.
From health and wellness to business, sports, and everything in between. Discover our new world. Visit VoiceAmerica.tv now and experience the future of online television.
VoiceAmerica.tv.
Our nation's educational system is undergoing constant change as technology and society are redefining the system as we have known it. On Chalk Talk with Eric Hamilton, we provide parents with the resources they need to understand and become a part of the educational experience for their children. Through engaging guests, news, interactive discussions, and innovative ideas, it's everything that parents should know about school. Tune in every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Voice America Empowerment Channel.
Follow us on Twitter for more great ideas at Voice America Empowerment.
You are listening to Radical Change Now with Dr. MaryOz. If you'd like to participate in our discussion today, the phone lines are open. Reach us at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. Let's get back to Radical Change Now. Here again is Dr. MaryOz.
So welcome back, everybody, and we're here with Lisa Sasevich, and she was just filling us in a lot about irresistible offers. And is there more things you want us to know, Lisa, about the irresistible offer?
For asking, because it happens to be my favorite topic. In my humble opinion, well, maybe not so humble, if a business is out there and you're really, educating the world about what you do, you want to make a difference, and you're not making an offer that's irresistible, in some ways you're disserving the people you're meant to help, because they are there and they're listening to you because there's something they need. There's a transformation. There's an outcome they're looking for. So if you don't make the offer so that they can really step into that, I believe it's a bit of a disservice. And, on the flip side of that, when you're out there educating the world, meeting clients, networking and at Starbucks and letting them pick your brain and, using that as your business building strategy, and you don't make an offer, it's kind of like you are doing the heavy lifting for your competition. You're out there opening possibility for people of why they need a financial plan or why they should use chiropractic, fill in the blanks with what you do. But if you don't make that offer so they can actually step into that possibility, you end up kind of doing all the time-consuming work, the expensive work, the work that makes your nanny have to stay a little later so you're not seeing your kids after school, right? And yet you don't make an offer, then you don't have the chance to really work with that person, but the next person they meet in your same category, boom, you've opened their mind, and the other person makes the offer, they get the business. And for me, Dr. Mary, that makes me sad, because that's how you see 25-year veterans of their craft who should be getting the business, but they're not, right? They're the new kid who's been at it 6 months and, whose certification or license is barely dry, right? Their real estate license or their mortgage license the ink's barely dry, and they're getting the business. And that's just not okay. So how do you fix that? You fix that by making an offer, by taking some time to really put the structure in, which is why my gift to all of you today is our Irresistible Offer Blueprint. As Dr. Mary mentioned, you can pick that up at boostsaletoday.com/Dr. Mary. It's a gift. It's a $197 value. It's just something that for being here today and investing this time in yourself, if you get what I'm saying about irresistible offers and you want to take it further, I want to make sure you can do that. So boostsaletoday.com/Dr. Mary to grab that. And it's going to cover what I want to share with you, plus a whole lot more on how you can structure that offer. So an irresistible offer, what it is, to answer your question more specifically, is it's an offer that gives people, your prospective client, what they need to be able to say yes on the spot. So it's different than models that, put out a proposal and you wait for it to come back and you follow up to ad nauseum, and the next thing you know, you're in that yucky place of feeling like you're pursuing business. I don't know about you guys, but when I pursue anything, it's not my best self. I much prefer, I learned early on in business that I much prefer inviting pursuit. I would so much rather have an offer that is so irresistible that it invites the pursuit of my ideal client. It works better on me and my life than, those 15 follow-up phone calls where you're like, oh, maybe you didn't get my message yesterday. It's like, blah. So an irresistible offer, can work for any type of business. We tend to work a lot with coaches, speakers, service professionals, trainers, people who've been doing their craft for a long time and they want to show others how to do it. They want to leverage their knowledge, or you just feel you have a gift inside and people keep coming to you for it, and you realize, maybe I could make a business out of this. And so, it's an offer that again, gives your prospective client what they need to be able to say yes on the spot. And so I want to, if it's okay with you, Dr. Mary, actually do a little bit of teaching around this about what an offer is, and then what are the elements that make the offer irresistible.
Absolutely. We would love that. That would be awesome.
Okay. So, here's some things that you'll find in our gift today, the Irresistible Offer Blueprint. I'm just going to pull it right out of that. First, let's just talk about an offer, before we get into the irresistible side. An offer, any offer that you make to get your work in the world and be paid for it, it consists of two parts, and this is kind of like a little math equation here. There's two parts to any offer. So there's the outcome of the offer. There's the outcome or the transformation. Like if you're a chiropractor, people are going to be aligned in their body and feel possibly more energetic. With our work, for example, we teach one of our core programs is called the Speak to Sell Boot Camp. It's how to do what Dr. Mary shared in the beginning of the call, to have a presentation that leads to a sale without feeling pitchy or salesy. So, the transformation of the outcome is that you're confident and ready to make your offer to more than one person, right? On a stage, on a presentation, online. So so an offer is made up of the transformation or the outcome plus what we call the service delivery. How do you deliver it? So, for example, with the chiropractor, maybe you're going to, again, feel more healthy and vital and energetic, plus the service delivery, maybe you're going to come every week for 90 days, right? They deliver in the office through an in-office appointment. Some people, their service delivery is a seminar, right? You come to a workshop, a seminar, a retreat. So it's a 3 or 4 day on-site retreat. Some people's service delivery is done maybe through a coaching model. So it's private one-on-one or small group coaching, possibly done over the phone in a model like this. So we all have different ways that we deliver our service, and when you combine the outcome or the transformation that you uniquely offer plus the way you deliver it, those two things put together equal your offer. That is what you are offering, an outcome plus the delivery. And the first lesson that I want to, this is you do this, and this would be a throw down the mic, game changer kind of thing, is when you're making your offer, when you're making that invitation for someone to work with you, you always want to emphasize the transformation or the outcome a lot more than how you're going to deliver it. In other words, if you were going to put weight to this 90% of your energy, your words, your excitement, if it's a written offer, the copy, the words on the page, should be about the outcome that they're going to get from saying yes. And like 10% should be devoted to the service delivery. It would be sort of like if I said, hey, I'd love to invite all of you to do our Speak to Sell virtual boot camp. You're going to have a presentation you love. You're going to have a talk that you feel good about. You're going to make an offer that's irresistible, not just to the people you're offering it to, but you're going to love it too. And you're going to have confidence, the confidence that comes with being ready. Oh, and by the way, it's delivered through an online module that you can do anytime, anywhere, and it comes with a series of group coaching calls so that I can help you put it all together. So if you listen to that, you heard 90% of my energy was on the outcome, 10% was on how we deliver it. Now, most people, almost everyone, reverses that and then don't understand why their sales conversion is where it is. Because you can hear, if I said, let's say I was inviting you out to a seminar to do my Speak to Sell work, so I'll change the service delivery. If I said, it's 3 days, you travel across the country, and we're not a 9 to 5, or we're going to have you there from like 8 in the morning till midnight every day, and there's going to be a 200-page workbook, lots of fill in the blanks, some pre-work, so there's about 5 hours of audio we're going to send you to be ready, and by the way, it's going to get you confident to make your offer. Right? I'm sure I lost you at hello with that second version, right, Dr. Mary?
Absolutely.
It just
totally
feels like too much work, right? It's like, oh my God, the service delivery, because that's not what they're buying. In fact, here's just an easy summary of how to remember this, that you want 90% of your energy on the outcome and 10% on the delivery. If you jot this one sentence down, you'll remember the whole thing. And here it is. Okay, when it comes to your offer, they're buying the destination, not the plane. They're buying the destination, not the plane. And what happens is we keep selling the plane, how many hours of coaching they're going to get with you, how many visits into your office. Honestly, they don't care. It's like 10% of their buying decision. They care about the outcome. And so if you can adjust the way you speak your offers with just that one tip, it's crazy, but we see people all the time, they'll learn this piece plus some of the other elements in the Irresistible Offer Blueprint and write into us and say, I can't believe it. I didn't change anything except for that, and I've tripled the sales in my, cosmetic laser office or, in my coaching practice. So there you have it. Does that make sense, Dr. Mary? Is there anything you want to add?
That makes total sense.
I know you've had your own transformation with this.
Yeah, in fact, I wanted to share a funny part of my story about that, it really confirms what you're talking about. So it was in March of this year that I got invited to speak on Dr. Joe Vitale's stage, and you and I had a coaching session before that, and you set me up with my irresistible offer, and you went through all the details with me. And I was supposed to be able to speak for 60 minutes, so I prepared a 60-minute talk, and I took your advice, which was 90% transformation and 10% delivery. And I guess the way the event was being run, the MC guy kind of cut me off 10 minutes early. Like he gave me the sign for wrap it up. Wrap it up, you have 2 minutes. So I dropped the delivery part of the offer. It just kind of was like something had to go. So I knew the transformation was more important. So I focused on the transformation. I ended the talk. And of course, we still had that backroom rush, where you're giving an event or you're speaking on a stage and a bunch of people want your program. So to me, that's a total testimonial to what you're saying is that I didn't even get the delivery part in. Of course, we handled those questions in the back of the room because people asked those questions, but it kind of accidentally got eliminated from the talk. And that's the very same talk that brought in $52,000.
So great. Yeah, that's such a great example, and we do hear it over and over. And listen, this is a muscle that you just have to continuously exercise because you'll do it once, and you'll be like, oh my God, that was incredible. And then the next conversation you're going to find yourself saying, yeah, there's 6 coaching sessions, they're 50 minutes each, we meet twice a month, and you'll have to catch yourself and get back to, and when we coach together, you are going to have such amazing communication that your 25-year marriage is going to feel back into the new relationship excitement stage, and your teenagers that are rolling their eyes at you on everything you say, like suddenly you became stupid when they turned 14. My fiance and I, we have 5 kids between us. They're all between 9 and 14. 2 of them just turned 14, so I'm speaking from very fresh experience, right?
Yes,
absolutely. You're talking about the transformation. So you'll say when your teenagers that you used to think you were smart and they turn 14 and they think you're stupid, they're suddenly going to be listening to you. They're going to be more communicative, right? And all of a sudden you pull yourself out of just talking about the service delivery and you start talking about the outcome and the transformation again, and boom, it makes a huge difference. And I'll practice right now by saying that, the outcome or the transformation of our Irresistible Offer Blueprint gift, which you can get at boostsaletoday.com/Dr. is that you can start filling in the elements that make up the offer. And I do want to give you a little peek into it. Some of the elements that you put in so that people can say yes on the spot, they include, so being really clear about the transformation you provide and how you provide it, that's the offer. And then we add a couple things to it, and this is the part we can really help you flesh it out in the blueprint. But some of the things that make an offer irresistible, so here's another part you guys can run with. One is by adding in a bonus. You take a look at your offer, whatever it is that you're offering, and you say, what would be the biggest objection to somebody saying yes to this? And then you think about, what could I provide that would help overcome that objection in the form of a bonus? So this is one of about 5 ways to figure out what a good bonus would be, but I think it's one of the hottest ones. So you look at what would the objection be. So maybe the objection is, they just don't have the time. They're worried about having the time for these chiropractic visits or this coaching or, the retreat that you're inviting them to. And so as a bonus, if they're ready to make a decision now, right, you're going to include for them, 7 secrets on how to find more time you didn't know you had. Or you're going to include for them an hour video training that you taped with your favorite organizer. She showed you how to organize your email. Maybe it's called How to Organize Your Email. So that, all those minutes that you waste trying to find stuff, what if you had those minutes back because your email was organized, right? Could that add up to 20 minutes a day, which would be an hour or 2 a week? Oh my gosh, it's just the amount of time you need to be able to say yes to the offer. So they're going to get this complimentary, how to organize your email, something that helped you had a breakthrough. Your friend said, sure, I don't mind, you providing that to them, because I want your new clients to know about me. I'm an organizer, and so if you can tell your new clients about me, maybe I'll get some business too. Again, win, win, win everywhere you look. So the element of bonuses is one of the couple of key elements that help somebody be able to say yes to an offer on the spot.
So, Lisa, we're going to go to our second commercial break.
Yeah.
I believe when we come back, you're probably going to speak to us about a main dish and some limiters. Is that right?
You know me so well. You're a great student.
So we're going to take a quick
we'll
commercial
talk more about
break.
The elements, and in the meantime, while we're on break, if anyone wants to go grab the Irresistible Offer Blueprint at boostsaletoday.com/Dr. Mary, you can get a sneak preview of where we're headed.
Okay, see you guys in a few.
Live up to your fullest potential. This is the Voice America Empowerment Channel.
Dr. MaryOz's Radical Change Coaching Program will help you set a healing foundation in your life and teach you how to manifest more of what you want. Are you ready to get the results and radical change you have been longing for too long? Very often our clients tell us that this is the most powerful coaching they have ever received. Come join us and start living life with more results, more love, more wealth, health, and peace, as well as inspiration. For more information, call Coach Sam at 1-833-447-CHANGE. Need help deciding if our Radical Change coaching program is right for you? Apply for a free strategy session with one of our coaches. Be prepared to dive deep and identify the areas in life in which you need healing and transformation. Together, we will clarify how to close the gap from where you are to where you want to be and discover what's possible now. How would it feel to get big changes in less than 30 days for you, your loved ones, and your business? Apply now by calling Coach Sam at 1-833-447-CHANGE or visit us at radicalchangenow.com.
We hear just be you a lot these days. But who are you? What is an authentic life? The answer to these questions and more will be answered on the Authentic Living Show, hosted by Andrea Matthews. Andrea will interview some of today's spiritual, psychological experts and will provide her own wisdom to help you raise your consciousness to the level of your I Am. Listen for Authentic Living with Andrea Matthews. Heard live every Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Empowerment Channel.
Tune in to the Voice America Variety channel on the Voice America Talk Radio Network. Voice America Variety broadcasts a diverse array of topics, reaching a global community. Our experts come from all walks of life, and the topics they discuss are everything from current events, arts and entertainment, leadership, parenting, relationships, self-improvement, career advice, and a variety of other topics. Check us out today. You're sure to find something of interest. Voice America Variety. Talk on today's hot topics.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You are listening to Radical Change Now with Dr. MaryOz. If you'd like to participate in our discussion today, the phone lines are open. Reach us at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. Let's get back to Radical Change Now. Here again is Dr. MaryOz.
So we're here with Lisa Sasevich, and we're so blessed to have her for an entire hour, and she's just sharing such valuable information with us. And I just wanted to bring attention to two things she had been talking about in the other segment that I think is so important. So when it comes to sales and getting our best selves out there, there's such a difference when you learn how to do attraction marketing. You let people come to you, you identify your ideal client, and they come to you instead of you being salesy or pushy and pursuing them. So I think that was such a valuable lesson to go over. And then the other one is just that, Lisa said, isn't it sad when we don't make enough irresistible offers, because then our transformation isn't getting out to other people. So I know as a coach and a counselor myself, I can often think about the people that I've helped, but I don't often think about how many more people there are out there that would benefit from the transformation that I have to offer. So I just love those 2 points, Lisa, and I just want to bring attention to that.
Well, thank you. I mean, inviting pursuit, I'm so happy you highlighted that, because it really is what we want to do. Most people just don't know how. And, just here to say you don't have to figure it out on your own. There is a structure. And, a lot of people, especially like in your profession, whether it's the healing arts, any of us that are doing this mission-driven work, we think that, I'm not helping enough people, so I'll go get another letter after my name. I'll get an advanced degree. I'll get certified in yet another modality. And then we do that, so now we have like 6 certifications, right? And we'd have 17 modalities that we can do. But we can't figure out why it didn't increase the business. We weren't able to help more people. And so at some point you just have to pause from that kind of thinking and say, maybe that's not the issue. Maybe it's not about that I'm not smart enough in my craft. Maybe I actually have to put some attention on learning some simple business strategies. And it's finding the right ones. You know, the next letters after your name should be the letters of, I know how to convert sales. I have an irresistible offer. Instead of getting another certification, I put my resources, my time, and some investment into getting mentorship in that area. And that is, you know, those are the people that are out there that you really see them living, making the difference that they were meant to make.
Yeah, I love that. Great advice. So I know you've been around the block with this stuff a lot. So I wanted to ask you, what is the biggest mistake people make when it comes to making an irresistible offer?
Yeah, I think there's two big ones that I'd like to highlight. And, you know, the great thing about these is that they're easy to fix. The first one is it's actually a continuation of what we were talking about before the last break. We were talking about the elements to the offer. We've got sort of that main dish of your offer, which is your offer itself, the transformation plus the way you deliver it. Then we talked about, you know, bonuses, and I gave you one of the tips from the Irresistible Offer Blueprint about how to think about your bonuses. Bonuses have people be able to say yes on the spot versus through a long sales cycle, and that tip was, right, if you guys remember, if I could open the line here, I'd ask you to raise your hand and tell me, but I know you're already thinking of it. The tip is that you think about the objection someone would have and then create a bonus that might help handle that objection so that they can say yes. And the third element to an offer being irresistible also happens to be one of the biggest mistakes people make, was because they forget this, and that is a limiter. So you need to have a limiter to your offer. It's either a time limiter, like it's just available right now or until Friday or on this break or before the end of the month. So something that, this is what causes the attract, the invite pursuit. Because there's a limiter, it's in their court. You've put it out there and it's in their court to come back and say yes or no, to make a decision. Whereas when we don't use a limiter, the mistake is we just put our offer out there, and now if there's not a limiter by which, you know, they need to come back and make a decision, then we have to pursue them. It's just this open-ended thing, and we end up in pursuit mode. So one of the biggest mistakes is not having a limiter of either time or quantity. You know, I've just got 10 of these. There's 6 appointments. I can only help 5 people. The first 100 people are going to get this extra thing. If there's not a limiter to get people to move, to invite that pursuit, then we end up pursuing. It's the biggest mistake that moves us from from being pursued, inviting pursuit, to, here I am pursuing business again. So that's number one biggest mistake, is we forget to make a limiter and to use a limiter. And then and we talk a lot about like how to, you know, limiters, the kinds, and, you know, in helping you in the Irresistible Offer Blueprint. Now you can see why I gave you that gift today. It's just a perfect match with the work we're doing here. And the second mistake, probably even bigger than the first one, honestly, is not making an offer. Being out there in business, educating the world, doing our radio shows and our blogs and our Facebook and our networking, all the things that cost time and money, and we're not making an offer, there's just no way you're going to cause the transformation in the world and help the people that you want to help without making your offer. It's like, how do you make everything you're doing pay? You start making offers. So if you truly want what you're doing to be a business that is profitable and can help people for a long time to come, maybe beyond your lifetime, right? Maybe have a legacy, you have to get this piece down. It's just not optional.
So you and I, Lisa, are working very closely right now. I'm in your Sassy Mastermind program, and I'm in a coaching program that puts me in some weekends, spending some time with you and lots of calls with you. And for me, the opposite of not making an offer is really learning the message from you of getting out there. Right? So besides the success that I had mentioned at the beginning of the show, like this past Thursday, I got the opportunity to do a podcast for a local radio show. And the week before that, a woman from Australia, Annalisa, she had reached out to me, and she was doing a seminar called Energy to Thrive. So she had asked me to be a speaker on that. And the reach for that is 100,000 people, right? So it's such an important message. The opposite of not making an offer is really working on getting out there.
Exactly. And when you're out there, right, you want to make an invitation. Like my invitation today, right, is the Irresistible Offer Blueprint. I want you to step into my world. It's going to have you give me your name and email. It's going to allow me to send you more things to help you get out there with your offer. And it's not a secret. I'm a business. I want to support you the whole way. Love to see you right alongside Dr. Mary, in any of our courses or programs or coaching. But it's the first step. It's an invitation I can make since many of us are just meeting for the first time. And I hope that it feels irresistible, that you are connecting to this idea and realizing that if I don't have an offer, if I'm not clear on how to say what I do and then how to make my offer, what am I doing in business, right? Like we just have to kind of have that moment of truth. So, I know we only have a few minutes left, and the other thing I want to say is you can't make your offer in a vacuum, right? Like you don't just go up to someone and say, "Hi, would you like to know about my offer?" Like that would be weird. So the other piece, the part that I mentioned we don't have time to get into, but that is contained in the masterclass that comes along with the Irresistible Offer Blueprint gift. So there's a 90-minute class that you'll be able to access there, which I highly recommend, is how do you lead up to your offer? And, you've got to have a way to present your offer, a presentation that leads to it. And in our campus, we call that a signature talk. We specifically call it your Speak to Sell signature talk. Whether you ever see yourself on a stage or not, maybe you're more making an intimate presentation in your conference room. You've got to have your offer, and then once you know your offer, you've got to have a talk that leads to it. So included in our gift today, in the Irresistible Offer Blueprint, are the steps to put the talk together that leads to the offer, to put the presentation together that leads to the offer. And so you'll get both of those things, again, at boostsaletoday.com/Dr. Mary. It's my gift to you. It's a $197 value. Dr. Mary is a valued client. I know that you guys are just seeing her transformation and the ways that she's making her huge difference in the world. And, we both want you to have that too. So anyway, it's going to, you want to get that offer clarified. And then once it is, then you build a Speak to Sell talk that you'll just be confident and ready with to be able to make that offer in any situation. And the cool news is you can do it from a live stage. You can do it online, teleseminars, webinars. This would be the structure for that. Video, what am I going to say on the video? You're gonna know what to say, and even interviews like this on the or radio or PBS or whatever your aspiration is for getting your work out. The key is having your offer and your Speak to Sell talk.
Well, Lisa, thank you for that gift. It's such a generous gift, and I know how powerful it is. So I'm really hoping that our audience will take you up on your offer, and if they haven't checked in already, that they'll click and spend some time, get a nice cup of coffee or tea, and sit down and dive deep, because I truly know the value of your program and your gifts and the things that you have given out. So thank you. Thank you for that generous gift.
Yeah, my pleasure. It's really a starting point. And, a lot of things, people give you a gift and it's sort of like some light little piece of what they do. This is the core of what I do. I'm putting the best out front. Think of it like seeing a funny movie where they show you all the best scenes in the trailer.
Right,
like
the trailer.
You are going to be able to get results from being here today, honestly. And that's what we want for you. That's why Dr. Mary does her show. And it's one of the reasons I immediately said yes when she invited me, is that you have something to offer, and it is a disservice to the world for you not to be making that offer, because people need you. They need your unique gift.
Absolutely.
You're sitting on a gold mine, and you've got to mine the gold.
Well, thank you for being on our show today. It's been a real honor and a pleasure. And I know you're super busy, so I really appreciate that you took out the time to support myself and the show and give our audience such amazing advice.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. So next week here on the Radical Change Now on the Empowerment Channel at Voice America, remember to join us as we'll be continuing to focus on results. Donna Bloom is a local hypnotherapist and a life coach, and she'll be joining us to discuss how results-oriented living can help you become a more resourceful person than the average person. And remember to check out RadicalChangeNow.com and have an awesome week.
Thank you for tuning in this week for Radical Change Now. Be sure to join Dr. Mary Oz again next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time and 1 p.m. Eastern Time on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Until then, have the best week of your life.